This is a series of videos. Please refer to the methods of stitches, ignoring the yarn color. Select the corresponding yarn colors in your material package to learn. Please refer to both the videos and the instructional brochure during your crocheting process. Please make sure to first view the beginning 10 instructional videos to learn the basic methods of crocheting, and then view the instructional videos for your purchased product.
Let's crochet these two heart-hugging Stegosaurus. The crocheting methods for these two Stegosaurus are exactly the same. I will use this blue one for demonstration. Take out the material kit. If you are not very familiar with basic stitches, you can use the practice yarn in the material kit to practice according to the basic tutorial. Let's start crocheting the body part of the stegosaur. Take out the yarn of the corresponding color. Start to wrap the yarn. Pinch the yarn end with your right hand. Wrap it around your left pinky finger once. Then hang it on your index finger. Pinch the yarn end with your middle finger and thumb. This is how the yarn is secured. We can pull the yarn end to lengthen the yarn, or pull the yarn tail to shorten it. Here we pull out enough length for the starting chain. We will start with a magic ring. We first make a magic ring on our hand. Wrap the yarn around the middle finger once. Pinch the crossover point. Take out the crochet hook from the material kit. Pass it through the loop on the middle finger. Yarn over. Pull through. This loop on the middle finger is a magic ring.
Work into a magic ring. Wrap the yarn around your little finger. Then bring it up to index finger. Make loop around your middle finger. Pinch the yarn with your thumb and middle finger. Insert hook into the loop on your middle finger. Yarn on the hook, pull up a loop. The loop on the middle finger becomes the magic ring.
The first round starts with a chain stitch, then 8 single crochets. The last one is a slip stitch. 1 chain stitch. Yarn over the crochet hook. Pull through the loop on the crochet hook. This completes 1 chain stitch.
First, work a chain stitch. Yarn on the hook, pull the yarn through the loop on the hook. That's a chain stitch.
The chain stitch acts as a turning chain to raise the height. It is not included in the stitch count. Next, make 8 single crochets. Insert the crochet hook into the magic ring. Yarn over. Pull up a loop. Remove the magic ring from your middle finger. There are 2 loops on the crochet hook. Yarn over and pull through both loops on hook. This completes 1 single crochet.
Insert hook into the magic ring. Pull up loop through the magic ring. There are 2 loops on the hook. Yarn on the hook, pull through both loops on the hook. 1 single crochet is done.
From the side view, a single crochet forms a V shape. This V shape stands for 1 stitch. We need to pick up the 2 strands of this V shape. Attach the stitch marker. We crochet the remaining 7 single crochets using the same method. Second, insert the crochet hook through the magic ring. Yarn over and pull through. There are 2 loops on the crochet hook. Yarn over and pull through both loops at once. Third single crochet. Insert the crochet hook through the magic ring. Yarn over and pull through. There are 2 loops on the crochet hook. Yarn over and pull through both loops at once. Three single crochets are finished. From the side, we can see 3 V-shapes. 1, 2, 3. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Six single crochets are finished. From the side we can see 6 V-shapes. Next is the 7th. The 8th single crochet. Eight single crochets are finished. From the side, we can see 8 V-shapes. We start counting from the stitch marker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next, tighten the magic ring. Pull the yarn end. Finally is a slip stitch. We remove the stitch marker. Insert the crochet hook through the first stitch. Yarn over and pull through. There are 2 loops on the crochet hook. Bring the loop on the left into the loop on the right. This is a slip stitch.
Snip stitch. Insert hook into the next stitch. Hook the yarn. Pull the yarn through the stitch and also pull it through the original loop on the hook. That's a snip stitch. Repeat. Insert hook into next stitch. Hook the yarn. Pull the yarn through the stitch and also pull it through the original loop on the hook. Repeat one more time. Okay, that's a snip stitch.
A slip stitch also forms a V-shape when viewed from the side. It is very similar to the stitch of the previous single crochet. We do this to prevent mistaking it for a stitch. Tighten the slip stitch. After tightening the slip stitch, it is basically invisible. The slip stitch serves as a connector. It is not included in the stitch count. This is what the first round of crocheting looks like. Pay attention to maintaining moderate tension during crocheting. Too loose will cause the fabric to deform. Too tight will make it difficult for the crochet hook to pass through the stitch. The second round starts with a chain stitch. Then 8 increase stitches. The last one is a slip stitch, 1 chain stitch. Yarn over the crochet hook and pull through the loop on the hook. This is a chain stitch. Chain stitches serve as the height increase and are not counted in the stitch count. Next are 8 increased stitches. An increased stitch means crocheting the single crochets in the same stitch. Let's take a look at the insertion point of the crochet hook in the second round. The insertion points of the crochet hook in the second round are the stitches of the single crochets from the previous round. The insertion point of the first stitch in the second round is to continue inserting the hook into the stitch that was just slip-stitched. The insertion point for the first stitch of each round is in the stitch that was just slip-stitched. Continue inserting and crocheting. Let's start by crocheting the first increased stitch. First, crochet a single crochet. The first stitch of the second round is now crocheted. We attach the stitch marker. In the insertion point of the first stitch, crochet another single crochet. This completes one increased stitch.
Increase. Increase means working 2 single crochets in the same stitch. In the next stitch, we'll show how to work one increase. First, work a single crochet in the next stitch. Then, work one more single crochet in the same stitch. One increase is done.
There are 2 single crochets in the same stitch. Crochet 8 increased stitches in this round. We use the same method to crochet the remaining 7 increased stitches. For the second one, first crochet the first single crochet. Crochet another single crochet in the same stitch. Third increased stitch. First crochet a single crochet in the next stitch. Crochet another single crochet in the same stitch. For increased stitch, first crochet a single crochet in the next stitch. Crochet another single crochet in the same stitch. Fifth increased stitch. Sixth increased stitch. 7th increase stitch. Eighth increase stitch. Eight increase stitches are finished. 1 slip stitch. Remove the stitch marker. Insert the crochet hook through the first stitch. Yarn over and pull through. There are 2 loops on the crochet hook. Bring the loop on the left into the loop on the right. Then, tighten the slip stitch. The slip stitch serves as a connector. It is not included in the stitch count. This is what the second round looks like when finished. The third round starts with 1 chain stitch, then 1 single crochet and 1 increase stitch as a set. Repeat crocheting 8 sets, finally 1 slip stitch. Work 1 chain stitch first. Yarn over. Pull through the loop on the crochet hook. The chain stitch is finished. Chain stitches serve as the height increase and are not counted in the stitch count. Next is the first set. First, crochet a single crochet. Attach the stitch marker. Next is an increase stitch. Here is what a set of 1 single crochet and 1 increase stitch looks like. From the side, there are 3 V shapes. They stand for 3 stitches. We use the same method to crochet the remaining 7 sets. Second set, 1 single crochet first. One increase stitch. Third set, 1 single crochet first. 1 increase stitch. Fourth set, 1 single crochet first. 1 increase stitch. Fifth set, 1 single crochet first. 1 increase stitch. Sixth set, 1 single crochet first. 1 increase stitch. Seventh set, 1 single crochet first. 1 increase stitch. Eighth set, 1 single crochet first. 1 increase stitch. Eight sets are completed. 1 slip stitch. Remove the stitch marker. Insert the crochet hook through the first stitch, yarn over and pull through. There are 2 loops on the crochet hook. Bring the loop on the left into the loop on the right. This is how the slip stitch is done. We will tighten the slip stitch. The slip stitch acts as a connector and is not counted in the stitch count. This is what the third round of crocheting looks like when completed. Next, let's distinguish between the front and back sides. This side has circular patterns. The smoother side is the front. This side has a yarn end from the magic ring. This less smooth side is the back. During the crocheting process, we need to keep the front side facing us. The fourth round starts with a chain stitch, then 24 single crochets with no increase or decrease. Finally, 1 slip stitch. Work 1 chain stitch first. Next, 24 single crochets with no increase or decrease. No increase, no decrease means crocheting 1 single crochet into each corresponding stitch. One slip stitch. This is what the fourth round looks like when completed. The fifth round starts with 1 chain stitch, then 1 increase stitch into single crochets as a set. Repeat crocheting 8 sets. Finally, 1 slip stitch. 1 chain stitch. The first set, work 1 increase stitch first. Attach the stitch marker. Increase stitch is finished. Next, we crochet single crochets into these 2 stitches in sequence. This is what one increase stitch into single crochets as a set looks like. This set forms for V shapes when viewed from the side. There are 4 stitches. We use the same method to crochet the remaining 7 sets. Second set, 1 increase stitch first. Two single crochets. Third set, 1 increase stitch first. Two single crochets. Three sets are completed. The remaining 5 sets are crocheted in the same way. I'll follow the pattern of 1 increase stitch into single crochets. Finish 8 sets in total. Everyone can complete the crocheting on their own. 8 sets are completed. 1 slip stitch. This is how the 5th round looks after completing the crocheting. Rounds 6 to 10 are all start with 1 chain stitch. Then 32 single crochets with no increase or decrease. The last one is a slip stitch. Let me demonstrate the crocheting of the 6th round. 1 chain stitch. Next are 32 single crochets with no increase or decrease. Everyone just keeps crocheting single crochets like this until this round is completed. After finishing 32 single crochets with no increase or decrease, work 1 slip stitch. This is what the 6th round looks like after crocheting is completed. The next rounds from 7 to 10 are crocheted in the same way as the 6th round. Everyone can complete the crocheting on their own. This is what it looks like after the 10th round is completed. Next, we will install the eyes. The eyes are installed between the 6th and 7th rounds of the main body. First, we find the middle between the 6th and 7th rounds. The most central position between these 2 rounds. Then next to the 7th stitch, on the left side of the slip stitch. Here is the left side of the slip stitch. This side is the left side. Then at this position, we will install 1 eye. This way, one eye is installed. Then, still between the 6th and 7th rounds. At the 9th stitch to the right of the slip stitch, install the other eye. This way, the other eye is also installed. Install the safety back pieces on the back. Turn it over. This way, the eyes are installed. Next, let's crochet the 11th round. The 11th round starts with a chain stitch. Then, 10 single crochets. 6 decreases. 10 single crochets. The last one is a slip stitch. 1 chain stitch. Then 10 single crochets. Attach the stitch marker. Everyone crochet the remaining 6 single crochets in the same way. 10 single crochets are finished. Next are 6 decreases. A decrease stitch means combining the stitches into one stitch. We need to pick the front loop of the next 2 stitches for crocheting. Let's take a look at the front loop. There is a V shape on a stitch. This V shape has the strands. The one closer to us is the front loop we need to pick. And the one farther from us is the back loop. Next, we will demonstrate the specific crocheting method. Insert the crochet hook into the front loop of the next stitch. Then, insert into the front loop of the next stitch. There are 3 loops on the crochet hook. Yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops. There are 2 loops left on the crochet hook. Yarn over and pull through the remaining 2 loops. This completes 1 decrease stitch.
Decrease is to combine 2 stitches into 1 stitch. There are 2 ways to make a decrease. Method 1. Insert hook through the front loops of 2 adjacent stitches. The loop close to us is the front loop. Hook the yarn and pull up loop through the 2 front loops on hook. Yarn around the hook and pull through both loops on the hook. That's a decrease.
We use the same method to crochet the remaining 5 decrease stitches. Second decrease stitch. Insert the crochet hook into the front loop of the next stitch. Then insert into the front loop of the next stitch. There are 3 loops on the crochet hook. Yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops. There are 2 loops left on the crochet hook. Yarn over and pull through the remaining 2 loops. Third decrease stitch. Insert the crochet hook into the front loop of the next stitch. Then insert into the front loop of the next stitch. There are 3 loops on the crochet hook. Yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops. There are 2 loops left on the crochet hook. Yarn over and pull through the remaining 2 loops. Fourth decrease stitch. Fifth decrease stitch. Sixth decrease stitch. Six decrease stitches are completed. Next are 10 single crochets. Please keep crocheting the remaining single crochets in the same way. 10 single crochets are finished. 1 slip stitch. This is what the 11th round looks like when completed. The 12th round starts with a chain stitch, then 7 single crochets, 6 decreases, 7 single crochets. The last one is a slip stitch. 1 chain stitch. Then 7 single crochets. Then 6 decrease stitches. Finish the remaining 3 decrease stitches on your own. 6 decrease stitches are completed. Next are 7 single crochets. One slip stitch. This is what the 12th round looks like when completed.